20 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Bring out the Brinks truck, I'm young, flying ice up. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up. Boss your life up, I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up. Hey, you know these checking for me in the DMs, getting for me. I ain't even took a dollar out my pocket and the still shaking for me. And I'm frosted like Tony in the club with the owner. I can walk on water, pop it like, hey, when you on top, gon' hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Hey, when you on top, gon' hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. 30, I might go round and two, stacking up, I love how my money count on move. With attitude, I gotta...
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. First carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now McKinnon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Missed.
This will not go down. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Second down, Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it. I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all. Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there. Didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
McKinnon. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They run it with McKinnon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Down to about the 22 here. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll set up a throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
But we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
Detroit!
They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Set. 390.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And past the 30, down to about the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's McKinnon, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Now it's Breida. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Right back to him on first down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The versatility of Derwin James comes right into play there. Whether he's playing deep safety or playing close to the line of scrimmage, always a threat to get around the ball carrier and put him on the ground. The surprise to me on draft night, that he lasted to the number 17 pick with the Los Angeles Chargers. I thought he would go earlier.
Over the middle to Garcon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now back to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey!
from the shotgun. It's Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Yeah, Rocket. Set. Round 80. Hey, look 48. Hey, we're going back to 48 right now. Let's go. Q. Shift. 5-4.
Third and long for Rivers. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Well, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Detroit! Gun!
They're going to look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, I'm going to go load it.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Here's Donnie Jones now. as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Load it! Load it!
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set! 380! Shoot!
First down, Rivers. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They run it here with Gordon. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Henry's got it down on the left side. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Set 180.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rivers got a man. It's complete. Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. The 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he puts it through. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete to Watt, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Ready, 380. 12. Hey!
On third down, Rivers. Going underneath for Gordon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It's complete. Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
12. Keep it skinny. Load it.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Delta! Set! Delta! Buffalo wall!
From the gun, Rivers. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
0.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers, he's airing it out for... He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers have made this a one-score game. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yard your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This is Breida. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. And able to find Garcon. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here again is McKinnon. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 44 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Set! 380! Big hut!
Here's Gordon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Rivers throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 79! 79! Hey, go orange.
Rivers now. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, rock. Light. Hey, go orange. Orange.
They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. This is Gordon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Set! Delta! Let's go! Q. 12.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Shifts by him. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle to Garcon. 20, 10, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return, for a moment thought he might break it, but in the end, they get the tackle and stop the drama.
You were starting to have more fun, weren't you?
Well, I was starting to stand up.
Yeah, you were into that one. Who knew? We thought maybe they might get that miracle finish that they were looking for. Didn't quite get it done.
So for the 49ers, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Look at like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, he can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I put my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 with me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. That be lay, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine, jumping on my. That's why they call it